For the future life, when I now have when I know me gonna get money from to do all of the pretty round
Hope
of the
you
corner
ain't get
them.
rich after I'm done start sell house and just lend you a big money. I
No,
give
me a big money for
money.
everything. Hi, hello, it's me again, and this is phase 2 of my construction. I know you guys have been dying to meet Mr. Richie, so come along with me and let's show you. Sorry, let me introduce you to my Mr. Richie. You can say hi to my work man. Hello everybody, as I said, this is my Mr. Richie. Say hi.
Hi.
Really though?
Yeah, that's it.
Hi. And this is
Contractor not talking, we sure.
True word. And this is Mr. Bailey.
Hi.
So he's the one who keeps us in budget, right? And on track. Hi. So I'm here today to answer your questions the best way I know how to. And when I can't, and if there are any questions that I can't answer, then we have Mr. Richie and we have Mr. Bailey who is going to be addressing those.
Yeah, man.
What are the steps? One farmer leaving there.
Yeah, man. Alright then, so seeing that we just spoke of step a while ago, Mr. Richie.
Yes.
We have a question here from Yardman 12. What's going on with the stairs?
Not yet installed. This is just a little blocks. From one floor to the next.
Okay.
So from ground to first.
So these are not the steps?
No, the steps not installed.
Alright,
So
thank you.
next week him can ask and you will see.
Okay, sir, thank you. Alright, so Mr. Bailey, Mr. Budget, we have a question here from Nana P. The problem is that most people are unrealistic about what they can afford. You need to plan and stick to the budget. Also factor in 10% plus or minus for unforeseen events. What is your comment on that, Mr. Bailey?
I fully agree with Nana on that. However, 10% is not enough. I would say 20 or 30 should suffice.
Alright, thank you, sir. Now we have Radcliffe Walters. Thanks much for the information. I will be building soon. I have already acquired a land. Question: did you get an architect or a draftsman to do your design?
I went with an architect.
Is there a difference between two, or why did you go with an architect and not a draftsman?
All right. A draftsman can do the same job as that of an architect, but I like my things done professionally and well done. And the architect that I went with was also what they call him? Some engineering thing. So in Jamaica, when the plan size is over a certain square footage, there is a particular stamp that is needed. I think they call it an engineer stamp.
Yes.
And he was qualified to get it done. So for me it was a one-stop shop. So it was easier for me to go with. That's why, I chose an architect over a draftsman.
Thank you. Alright, Mr. Richie, this is your question from Expat Lifestyle. When you live overseas, people tell you for safety reasons you must buy land in a gated community with amenities. Do you have any advice for people who want to build from overseas?
The difference with gated community that people are close around the same way anywhere where you live. So I suggest that is where you want. Because you can't have safety same way around your own environment by putting boundary walls, cameras, certain electronic gates same way. So you can decide if you need that or you need space, just the ambience of Jamaica by yourself.
Alright, okay.
Really and truly, the whole gated community idea is it's focused on safety. That's frankly it, because you won't really necessarily have the free room to build or add on once is it that you purchase one of those homes in the gated community. They have very strict covenants. So if you're a person that went ahead and said bought a 2-bedroom from one of the new NHC or any one of those gated communities and say you have a family of 5 or 6 and you say you want to add on more rooms to accommodate, that covenant may or may not allow you to do so. So you have to do due diligence and research before you purchase a home in a gated community. Check the covenant.
Alright, thank you. I have a question here from Prime Mate Most Jamaicans buy houses over to build because they have no patience to wait, and they claim tradesmen are robbers with material, where material is concerned. Mr. Richie, what do you have to say about that?
Personally, I think so them most time they might get the qualified person for doing them do. So them end up in a situation where them have nobody will follow budget, them just buy material, them just so them can't track anything. But when you have a project manager or a person or engineer qualified, you can track your own the location, 30%, 40%, wherever you pay, you can track it and you can explain how you actually can see it financially.
Alright. Anything to add to that, Mr. Budget?
It's always best to have paper trail, and I really do agree. Most persons out there are doing that, but do you have any problems with us so far, Mr. Richard?
No.
Okay.
And second opinion that I've gotten, and those who have actually looked over some of the things that I have gotten, like the what that, the bill of quantity and the performer invoices and stuff like that. The response I guess is that he's reasonable.
Okay.
Rachel, do you want to tour of your house?
Oh sure, let's go.
Awesome.
Follow me. I asked if you can get here.
You don't around the point. Adrian, you can show them the picture. So
Can you explain the pit?
the picture is 17 feet.
17 feet.
Yeah, everybody will recommend them, but they have not done a tile field because the pit so based on the rainfall recently. If you look in there, dry.
This question is from K. Williams. I would love to know the cost to build a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, kitchen, living, and dining. How do you price your work?
Price in 2 ways. You can do a square footage, just a preliminary. We use a square footage, whatever, it depends on what you want. So you can use a square footage just to have a budget. But you get a detail like your foundation, it depends on what you design. It's done by a quantity surveyor. So you basically the same system.
Yeah, and to expound on that, it's very hard to just give you an idea just off that. Unless she would want to say we provide her with a rate that we charge per square foot. But as what Mr. Richie said, it all depends on the size and what exactly she's building. She's building a 2-bedroom. Each one of those bedrooms can be 16 by 16, 14 by 14. The size definitely varies, which means the price then will vary.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Michi Nature. The masonry work looks rough. Why so many gaps are in between the blocks?
That's normal and it used for movement. That's how the block them tie. The spacing, it have to have that. But that's how you tie the blocks. If you don't have that spacing with the mortar between it, you can't tie.
Question, Mr. Richie, from Norton Blake. How do you plan to manage the water running from the hill onto the property?
So far, based on the slope, the water run, I intend to go this side, the slope to this side. But we intend to build a retaining wall to the back with the same stone we excavate. And that wall now will channel the water back to that side. Which will carry it to there's a drain on the outside that go under the road and lead it back over to the property will lead it straight back out to the main road.
So the question is, how does the client go forward selecting the perfect area and avoid knockouts? But I think I'll ask Miss Gail about the land selection. I'm asking you guys about how to avoid doing knockouts after you are here.
Personally, with knockouts, sometimes the contractor mistake, so that kind of sound as if a decision never make exactly if you work from the drawing. You know exactly where you build. Unless the client make a change, then you're supposed to have knockouts basically. So that is like an error on the contractor side.
Yeah, because if they were following the plan that's laid out in front of them, they wouldn't have to be going over to be doing additional or for a dismantle what them already put up. hence the
How
knockout.
does one go for it? Being overseas, how does one basically select the perfect area in Jamaica to avoid any crime or break-ins or stuff like that?
Really
What
and
what
truly-
advice would you give them?
Really and truly, you know, it's one's preference and where they want to live or where they choose to live in. But it's always best that they do a more in-depth look or research into the area before selecting. Find out about the area. Worse, if it's a case where you're not from said area, then I wouldn't advise going there unless you look it up, research, and do your thing after that.
Chop up. Well, I know these big two going chop up because I'm not putting my baby in this room with those two.
Contractor evaluation, you may know if you need security like 24 hours. Because some sites you have to have security 24 hours just to protect the materials and what you have. Until the structure up where you can probably enclose it in a better format where you protect it.
Take everything from back and put on top.
Yeah, you can do that.
But
But
it's
then
a
really
square
everything
footage.
from back is everything from the side. Because majority of the house that would be left over to be built
Would be at the
portraying
side.
that way.
Question to either of you guys: did you have any unforeseen happenings with the execution of the property or the land? Or did everything go according to plan, or did you have to do anything outside of the box?
We make adjustment based on the foundation that they are designed and put it back with the cost of the original design. So we make adjustment and do a ground beam rather than how they had the original design to excavate inside of the land.
So to
Which is
answer
a
the
more
question,
a stronger building because it's a raw foundation more than a strip foundation.
Did you meet upon any issues, and how did Mr. Richie help you to overcome those?
All right, I have a lot of issues. We had a lot of issues. We still have some issues. How my contractor, Mr. Richie and Mr. Bailey, helped me to overcome those. In any construction, as Mr. Bailey said earlier, you need at least 30%. I had zero contingency. So, given the expertise and the professionalism of these two gentlemen, they were able to move around some figures and do what was necessary to get me to where I am at.
Alright, question guys. If a client pocket cannot match the plan, how you best advise them?
well, in honesty, if it's a case where they have a plan and they want to reach it, however, the financial thing is not backing, it's best to right size or to rethink on how to go about. Say, for instance, you wanted to build this big room, you wanted, say, 20 by 40, I'm just throwing out numbers here. It would be best then to come down a bit, say you go for 15 by 20. So, where you can actually go ahead and cut on what you want and still get what you want, you know. But just not as big. You can actually save a lot by doing that.
So basically resize.
Yeah.
Anybody have a teaser? Yeah. How much more there? That would be there. I think you have to put them to dry. Yes. Column area?
Where you at? Upstairs and here.
No, upstairs. Come.
Here, say
Let's just see, because he's saying
Yeah.
scrap the back of it. Don't bother go out back.
No, but that's how the retaining wall there. Right there, so where the retaining wall go across to the other part of the building and go up.
Because say good enough. Adrian, do not drop. Thank you. Mr. Richie? Mr. Richie? Mr. Richie? Look here. For the future life of me, for the future life of me now, I have women know me, I get money from to do all of the pretty round of
Hope
the
you
corner
ain't get
them.
rich after I'm done start sell house and just lending a big money. I
No,
give
give me a big money for
money.
everything.
Yeah.
All right. What?
Yeah, the first dry,
What
should
call
drink
this?
come give it.
What call this? Ground, first floor. Take a second floor.
First, you tell them they said don't take it.
Well, the youth is a young youth, and he took it 2 weeks ago, then he went some time and he died. But my friend, cousin. In the States, anyway. But that's the thing you tell if you come across anything that you want to utilize.
You must write only to have this again.
You have to give us something livable.
This is livable.
Exactly. This is all of that.